Hello. My name is Drayckonyan Rydr, and I figure I have some explaining to do. As you have probably noticed if you've looked at anything in my channel, I have 7 different videos with the same photo that is shown through the whole thing. These videos are an audiobook set chapter by chapter, and I will provide a link below to a playlist that puts them in order. However, it has come to my attention that there's not really an explanation for what this book really is. So let's do some explaining. The series name is Drayckonyan Rydr. The first 3 books, of which I've written 2, are more focused on what are called the guardian dragons. I haven't really gone into anything after the first 3 books. I just want to see how they do before. Although I have plans for further. The guardian dragons are dragons who control and or a part of a force of nature. At the point that the audiobook is at right now. Hold on, let me count real quick. Yeah, there's 6 guardians at this point. However, sorry, I have created the characters for about 25 guardians. At the end of book 2, which is currently all that I've written, I haven't really gotten into book 3 yet. But at this point, I've introduced about 15 of them after book 2. Book 1 is a history of the planet that I created from chapters 1 to, I think it's 23. 24 is when it starts. Well, that's what the main character is introduced. That's for the rest of the series. That's when more of the loose ends are tied. And in my opinion, that's when the story actually starts going. However, the rest of the book is necessary to understand what's going on It also explains things like gifts and forming, which both are capitalized. Gifts are the powers that the guardian dragons and the tribal dragons are able to use, which pertain to the tribe they're in or what the guardian is over. Tribal dragons will be introduced later in book 1, but sorry about that. You probably could see it coming anyway, but whatever. The story kind of follows, I forget his name, but it's I forget the guy, but there was a guy who made a Path of the Hero thing. I don't know, it's like they leave home for a grand adventure and they learn more, they mature more, and they ultimately return home, but they don't really feel at home because of the adventure and how much they grew while on the adventure. It kind of follows that after you get to chapter 22 or whatever I said before. But I didn't really like that everything works out. Let's just say that. I'm not gonna go into further detail there. I have an email connected to this YouTube channel that is specifically for the channel and for any questions you have, but you don't want to comment on it, whatever. You can email me directly. For any other questions about the book. And on top of that, you can also if you, I don't know, at this point I'm not really sure if I should finish the audiobook on YouTube. I'm still gonna make it, but I need a way of earning money for the book specifically, because I have been working on it since the summer between sophomore year and junior year, which for you non-Americans, that's between 10th and 11th grade. I don't know if it works any different, but whatever. But working on it for that long, I did take breaks between creative flows and whatever. But I have been working on it since that long. I have improved my writing style and the way the words fit together. since I started the second draft, which is what I'm using for the audiobook, and like there's just a spot where I'm like, wait, I'm just rewriting the words for the first draft. I can't be doing that. So I literally accidentally lost the first draft. I don't know where it's at, and I've been rewriting it from memory, but also improving what is in there and adding a little bit more for explanation purposes, for where there was a dull spot, that kind of thing. I'm trying to make it as entertaining as possible. And then in this audiobook, I realized I've actually been editing it. I'm not actually reading what's on the page most of the time. I'm still following along the same path, but it's a little bit different. So I'm going to have to make a third draft based off of this audiobook. Sorry, thank you for listening to that rant, if you did. Anyway, back to what I was getting at before. I feel like I shouldn't have the whole thing on YouTube for free. Not because I don't want everybody to listen to it. Like, I would if it were up to me instead of society. I mean, the government. And I just... Okay. If you email me about wanting the rest of the book after chapter 11, that's... I'm not stopping at chapter 7. Like I said previously, I went through and reread the book a little bit, and I found I found the best spot to stop, where it kind of doesn't leave you on a cliff's edge. It's not in the middle of an important situation, but it is a chapter's end, is chapter 11. After that point, I will continue making videos. However, I will be unlisting them, so they're not available for anyone to search for. However, if you donate $20 or your country's equivalent, and email me using the email provided on my YouTube channel, saying, hey, I purchased the book. Like, literally, that's all you have to write. I will email you a PowerPoint slideshow, where each slide has the rest of the chapters for every book that I will post on YouTube. You do not have to pay anything else after that. It's all gonna be on there. I will have the chapters, well, the prologue to chapter 11 in there as well. So it's all gonna show up in a nice slideshow, coming in order, that kind of thing. And then they will be split up for each book. So I guess you'll get the trilogy. There we go. For $20, you'll get the trilogy. From there, we'll see. Because I don't know how it's gonna be from then. And yeah. Sorry. There is another way to get it for free. However, it's not ready yet. I will let you know when it happens. As of right now, oh, I forgot the most important thing about the book. I'm sorry, I'm very scatterbrained when I don't have anything. This is very impromptu, if you can't tell. But one last piece of information before I sign off for the day is the book series is about a time-traveling dragon and his partner, who is a half-elf, but he's not half-human. Nobody knows what it is, though. Sorry. He just knows he's not half-human. Thank you for your patience. And again, I hope you have a great day. Whether you're listening to this when I post it tomorrow or 3 years from now, when I don't know what I'm going to be doing in 3 years right now, so whatever. Whenever you watch this, I hope you have a great day. And I hope you have a great day every time you watch this video. Alright? I'll see you in the next one.